Morning, Yamawina Kwababa Ideas GHTV. And it's a whole new thing altogether. And then you bet 80% English. Mama won't worry, cry. I'm a bet new gum in the from in Athalia Kwansa. I'm a bet name. I'm a one regular host. I'm a Bodua Moncho. And then you May Day. A beam so friend Labor Day. And then you my friend and yet. Yara waba pandemic ya inka sisi ye wo Jubilee Park yara match water crowd day. Until today is a whole new thing. One function if say you're more of English than the fancy, because maybe I'm if ban why bro for papa. But you still blend the English and then the fancy. And then we have two guests, but for now one of them is around and then we are going to discuss everything labor, everything work. BBR of age mafo one ye di bibiara of ejumafo one abrabon ho bibiara oma workers in Ghana feel satisfied what the employer is supposed to do and what the employee is not supposed to do. Was Mr. Samuel Daze, only a social welfare officer with the Efia Kwesiminti Municipal Assembly. Pocho Moache. Mpome. Now, happy Workers' Days too.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and your Workers' Day. Fortunately, unfortunately for us, and we are not able to meet at the Jubilee Park as we've been doing. And see, let me ask you, how did you start your morning as a everybody?
Actually, this morning it was quite boring because of the pandemic in it. I'm a young baby routine activities.
Yeah.
Now the intimate see and sorrow so they should so it was something important to do out today. And so you come out. It's a bit boring, but we are managing.
Manage the day. Ye manage. Ye boko akwajen krato mpocho one shahade mamu winchin. Because then some amade brown no. It's too much. We have to know what is happening during this pandemic. So let's stay tuned.
Welcome to Kingsman Classic Shiswan in Ghana. Jumaiza idun we ya mpobwa. Mpobwa sort ya desert, lufes, lipes na de. Say pem works na da ebo Emmanuel into blanket Kingsman Classic Shiswan for Facebook and me product ya ibun a pemi location so me wa agrek. Me no me 0247 40 39 80 with us made in Ghana from Kingsman Classic Shiswan.
You don't understand that when you're not had a watch and yen mayaba. Miss Second Guest is also in the studio. Miss Second Guest is also in the studio. Akaba. And that door you my friend do and in Kaudanka Yoko Jubilee Park Nanka Yakita placards ya retre yen ye di ma work in Ghana or Conade, but it's quite unfortunate. Nina and I don't know them. But tell me before coming here and I pay as a worker, you have your own company. Or then how was it? How did you feel? Mayday na the chance to go and celebrate like you used to.
Okay. Anyway, Mechia Ideas TV at phone. I know say Ideas TV the equatory. Nipa do na share any other.
Sure.
Okay, first of all, akonya kesi na Mayday said ye nya fine. And she said, normally in the Jumai for Ubia Bushiani, I don't know. And no interest still yin to me and celebrating our own small way. Because savings in your house, grano, and at their instance, I bear one thing, I don't know. You can choose to do one or two things in your own way. Some of us may in the mornings like this, every day after your morning prayers, you will make sure say if there's some motivation in now. After reading your Bible, you get some motivations, you read some books, and you can choose to read something about even the May Day in Ankasa, like Adia, Mevan said, Gentia, Yawasadano, and the relevance of it. And one Kasa as an individual, and you can read something insightful in the morning because an panel, and you have that power. In the morning, whatever you read in the morning, it takes control of your own, of the whole day.
Sure.
So if you get something powerful in the morning, it builds you up for the rest of the day.
Intimate state to a Mark, can you say, even if you are not going to the Jubilee Park, one kasa, ye BB, can what made this all about? Can the relevance about the important order you celebrate workers in Ghana? You can put your comments on our Facebook page, on all our social media page, celebrating a worker. If you're a worker, you can celebrate yourself. I'm here to read your comments out for you. And we say kudos to all workers in Ghana, but at this particular time, we say kudos the frontliners, urban nurses, doctors, even the cleaners at the hospitals, and then ourselves, the journalists who are risking our lives going out there to bring you all the information. But before I'm to you, I don't know, Western region had the yen papa, the presidency of man muning na papa, but over Western region, so I papa nye Dr. Kobna Ochredako Mensa, Dr. Kobna Ochredako Mensa, when in the yen to me and call Jubilee Park, yen call match, to me and Casa Woho, into all the statements be about or your bro for Casa, into my them pepe made in Kanaka de, and there will be 80% English, 20% Fante. Oh, son, there, baby, I'm if you mean the ideas TV, there I can't fancy, but baby, I'm if you banner than I'm playing Belanda. It's going to be a whole new ball game together. Into my Memphis and some and Papa Dr. Kobnoch Dakraka. I say, I am inspired to congratulate all workers on this occasion for your hard work over the years and to ask you to continuously support in order to put the Western region higher. I say, today is International Labour's Day, or May Day. Made in Kanaka, they've been friend International Day, International Labour's Day, been to friend May Day. So which is observed worldwide in commemoration of the achievements of labor movement and is marked with a public holiday in over 80 countries, including Ghana. Nature then the holiday in Ghana and a year them holiday. There's over 80 countries in the world and a worried them holiday. Also, it is, however, being noted with much concern that in the face of the novel coronavirus pandemic, this year's celebration cannot take the form of the usual public celebration. Yedin kanaka, Yarbanin Sientumian, yen celebrate Yentumian Jin what today, Moya, Fina Mukonina, ye no. Also, the hitherto workers' day deba on this day has been cancelled into wedding kanaka. Mama in Yipebiara one shower with the Wokujina baby that was celebrating May Day. If you go and you gather anywhere and you are more than 25, that was celebrating May Day. It was Western region had ya and brand new busy pepe. Onana yan papa kob na ochredako or train and a pim. Also, the cancellation of this year's celebration is in line with His Excellency the President's directive banning all social gathering, as contained in a statement released by the Secretary General of the Trade Unions Congress, Dr. Yaoba, into Trade Unions Congress na mpona oya wazi May Day there ba no mpon wa aba the mama obiara nkohia yes one workers ye companies yes mama nkohia obi ada was celebrating May Day no and there yare na ye moments na ye the pandemic is serious, it is real. Your numbers each and every day are record into what's mama yinshia. So I'll continue. Indeed, the coronavirus has promoted a lockdown around the world, and all the affected countries are working to stop the pandemic and to save as many lives as possible. According to the International Labour Organization, a total of 81% of the global workforce of 3.3 billion people have had their workplace full or partly closed. Restrictions on daily life have led to the closure of many companies and staff laid off, either permanently or temporarily. It's in the Onusube, one of the things we are going to talk about. Workers are will lay one off permanently. Workers are temporarily will lay one off during this pandemic. In Nipepi na washre one juma, Nipe Juman washre ni bi ho permanent. Yarin ponyami na adom na so kwa ibia wonya one juma biom. Ibinum so ho or temporary. How are they coping? In their social welfare director Obekacha and how they are coping. What is in place for them? What does the law say in this regard? Mr. Tua, you know, so I see you and see a more other workers if it is for their betterment and there How is he managing? Ni nyina ye better discuss with her. According to statements, Regional Minister Be say 3.3 billion people have had their work fully closed or partially. Inti ibi wo ha won adwuma no wa tum fully. Chede we close won ye adwuma anade wo run routine. So the ideas TV day nde enye nyipa ni nyina na wo ba ibinum ba this week na the following week ibinum so aba into your routine. Makodoma can also say it is therefore within this context that the theme for this year's May Day celebration is COVID-19 in Ghana, impact on employment and working condition. In Tindayan, we about discuss about the impact. Some so them COVID-19 wenya or ejumayefo in our working condition. And I'm missing the bro from bear monty. I have affection. Let me go on. I will just finish right now, then we start the ball rolling. Also, this notwithstanding the invaluable contribution of labor to the socio-economic development and well-being of Ghanaians cannot go without recognition. I therefore say, are you called to all the gallant workers? Government has instituted and is currently rolling out some intervention to bring relief to the formal and informal sector workers as well as the vulnerable in society. A case in point is the free water and electricity as well as some financial support to the caution both the public and private sector enterprises, that is the major employer, in order to mitigate the impact of the deadly virus on the economy. I believe there is consciousness on what we all want for ourselves and our region. We offer the best to Ghana from our dear region. We want to well-developed network of infrastructure and higher standard of living for our people. We shall therefore not relent in working hard even in the face of this COVID-19 pandemic. However, the quest and concert effort to save lives has become more crucial at the moment, hence stay at home strategy. Government is assuring you workers and businesses in Ghana that you are its true development partner and your ideas are critical in the management and development of the nation. Inti my regional minister Rekanye there, we should stay home. He recognized every worker in the Western region. Ideas TV or recognize one effort. Every company in the region are already a BB. Every individual in the region are already a BB. No, or recognize one effort. Papa. In Nsemsem Dwumadze, nyeni nyina mbombat kakra. Regional Minister de bear no ma can be mediation one. Inti yabokodona would start the ball rolling from a guest in that and a pay made in can mam wana kwaba. But one hour Shanyan Sumpa won't show. Keep your comments coming in. Your message for the workers, your message for anyone. What do you think? How is this lockdown, another this COVID-19 affecting your work? And what do you think that they should do? How are the employers treating you, the workers? And employers, how are the workers also behaving? Because minimum there, if you are wakado, 1 week off, now waba following week. The following week, not oh, at the bear more pay. Ibinum sumpo, I know there was to work from home. Work from home, never shana on work from home. I bet if you know why man. I am different than Mr. Tia and Mr. Dazi. Into me start from Mr. Dazi. Mr. Dazi, what's the welfare of the social welfare officer? Into what's the welfare? How are you managing this time? What is in place for the workers?
Okay, thank you very much. So the welfare of the workers. That is why we have the HR department. The HR department is to cater for the welfare of the employees within the company. And the HR only deploy a lot of strategies, right? Like incentives, overtime, and other packages. In case there is a layoff, there might be you cannot just tell the workers to just go home. What you do is you design a package,
okay,
so that work of definitely they will eat.
Yeah,
Their family will be dependent on them. So what would they do? So you design a package. If it's 10% of their salary, you add it to the number of months that they are going to be in the house. Then you pay them to stay in the house for that time because of the pandemic. right? So when the pandemic is over, then they will come back. If possible, they will come back to work. If not possible, then they will still have to find a different job.
Inti Erica there, they should find a package, but will you be surprised there? Ibinum one year them into 1 year them my workers. It's a while the pandemic into Kofi. What's a social welfare doing about it?
You know, actually, that is not supposed to happen.
I have from an at the end of the garden beans.
But I'll try as much as possible to blend with it. Fante. On Saturday, open them, right? In every organization, you know, we work under the law, and the law provides that if say a leave will be offered, the person should not just, you cannot just tell the person say Kofi. It means you are not looking at the welfare of the person. So if you really think about the welfare of the employee, what you have to do is at least sit down with a person, negotiate and see how can you help the person whilst the person is in the house, right? So it will be a consensus. He will come out with something that he thinks it will help. Then you also, being the employer, you also come out with things that you think it will help. Then at the end of the day, you come to a compromise. Then you decide, okay, I'm giving you 50% of your salary whilst you are staying in the house. Every month I'll be paying you 50%. It's okay. If it's okay with him, fine. If he's not okay with the thing you are bringing on board, then he can also say, oh, boss, this one is not working for me, or it's not going to work. Then he also decide, okay, 60%. So you negotiate. Then if he is okay, then you give the person that money. Then the person will go and stay in the house. If it doesn't happen that way and you are just told, go to the house and just stay there. When we are okay, we will call you back. That one, it doesn't work. It is not supposed to be so.
Yes, it's your work here.
Yes. So it means that those companies are not working in line with the rules and regulations. Because, you know, in the world, so many people are not complying to the rules and regulations ruling the country. Yeah, so what you do is, if the person is bold enough, you can take the employer on that you before you start work, you'll be given a contract form. So you sign a contract form. So we look at what the contract entails. So in case there is supposed to be layoff, what are the procedures they are supposed to follow? So assuming that was the initial agreement that when we are laying you off, we wouldn't give you anything, then you don't have any cause to complain. But if the contract states that if in case you are to go home, we'll give you 50% of this, then we'll stand on the contract, then we'll proceed from there. Because even when you take it to the law court, if you don't have evidence, there's no need for you to go to the law court.
Yes. When you know what's in Mr. Daze can us say, or what's nice, then they come into an agreement. Then boom say, what contract I want the more no. If you have what the contract now one can know. You talk about that. Contracts I want the more. If you are in states, what try to do at any point in time will be lay off. It is on what them contracts now what the more no. Na sawala eje, na a sign ya. Na say pandemic was to go home in any case. But ebi our contractor what the money nya abotar e kenkanen etse asiye understand my labor record and sana every sign na no nze so what's kofie abra wan go according to the contract na wala say you bold so that mama you bold me to here ebetum e de wana akọ court ebetum e de wana akọ the appropriate authority bia honom na labor for ho or water cry there call electricity one side one office for honum eko honum a ebe obema enyama atotoma owodoto erite dwumedi aye di wo friend Nsemsem or IDSGH TV you will see you for na we link crofo off you will be one Mr. Tayan meaning that we lay obiara off and I want you to lay one off
for now you lay obiara off.
For now, no idea na moya. Mami code him. No say wo pechi him.
Okay, anyway, said the na senior church nyema bi mu about social welfare almost on nyema mu digo akwan. Anyway, pandemic by, you know, I think said no one is happy for this thing to happen to the world. because directly or indirectly it has affected so many things. But with it all, no, what are the positive ways are you living harmoniously that we can also have our workers at heart? I am said because of this now causes so much because hunger virus in Bukra and I know they coronavirus. Hunger virus na no they coronavirus. In a way, at least company be or more day-to-day activities like sales near their ecosono and no also na the running aside to your workers neka any other years. All those most of the companies run based on that at least activities are ecosono and no company and so but most the one answer because of ama enjumaye no aba form kakra which means production is anke koso na ma sales eba na ketimi cover enyema bebre no and you know say in business most of the time you have some cost be or mostly high effects even say adwuma koso sa expenses ni nyina no ebebebem like ebi nso wo ho a say adwuma enkoso a expenses bi wo ho a esutimete but dodo na wo ho a eti no say yen as business owners yen nyina yetimi hwe to say they know what be boom say like a consensus agreement. You know, you can sit down with your staff. Don't know my dream home. This is what is happening, and as a result, it's affecting us. And this is affecting a jumano. Once our year juma or there, and we are all looking for a better way. You beat me day. I'm a jumana day. Akoso. Inti yen to our dream. A dear ye beboa. It would me to my breakfast no. Then almost we put your minds together. I remember one of our companies does the same thing we did. You know, almost like workers near dream who said no, this is what is happening, and no, in a way you close that company and cry for some time, so the workers were home. Because next year, you hear how I mean, and you might be see and it was very marvelous. The agreement are almost the buy, you know, like it was cool with us too. Inti nyina yejitum inti most companies say ba say I do the point say as I say like company ni close and na bibisa we can still like discuss with them because enko say management na nko take decision nearby and aba be impose omoso so no company no say because of rent no ye yimu nyina modi at once and I say salary no ya any say if we are saying be anywhere, we can always discuss anything harmoniously. So it's one of the simple ways you bet me share about salaries during this pandemic.
But during this pandemic, how was the business? Ejuma to say.
Oh, Ejuma there, you know, like there are companies that are benefiting. And there are other companies too that, or other businesses too that this pandemic has come to affect a lot. But with it all, you know, I always talk about this. In the midst of everything, you always have to look at positive ways that you can, I mean, sail through. You see, because I always take this for example. Let's look at seamstress. Recently, I heard the news that some seamstresses were, they were just lambasting that it looks like their job is not going on, and because of this closure of churches and other social gatherings, and people are not sewing dresses and those stuff. But I asked myself, say, what are the other benefits that other seamstresses can take advantage of? At least this is we are in a pandemic. Sure. What are people buying now? Is it not nose mask?
Nose mask.
So
there's some mistakes to me compared to say Messi design my party.
Oh my dear. BBA the way we be see approach here there no. You know, fine, wouldn't mean not to say there and ka we be pamontarian, but we all have to know say we are not in normal times.
Mr. Chua, we will come to that. He have ever heard me person won't share to her mommy because I said na yakesi you. Salon sinina to because the crop won't go you mutimu babo mutinia there. But social welfare, what is your role at ECMA for workers?
Actually, if we talk about social welfare, they basically look at the minor ones, those growing up below the ages of 18. And if possible, we look at the aged, right? So what we do is we have at our place we have some shelter there. In case of there is any child who is not finding any place to sleep, at least the person can come around to register the person under the social welfare. Then we take it from there. We provide the person with every day anything that the person is supposed to eat, morning, afternoon, evening, what he's supposed to wear and everything. We provide it for them because we know there are so many people within the streets who are not having any place to sleep. So in case there is supposed to be a lockdown, then it means those people will find it difficult to find a place to sleep. So we provide those shelters. Then in case there is any lockdown, they can come around and we will house them there. Then we'll take care of them till whatever the pandemic is over.
So how are you catering for your workers? Because me sure that one could see too much them coffee I coffee on one fish streets. Pandemic is I don't know kind of Western region lockdown. I'm sure you have people you would employ in, or you have people already there. They would be taking care of these people. What are the plans for these people? What are you people doing for them in this time?
Okay, actually we work in collaboration with some NGOs.
Okay.
Then we also have some homes that we normally take people to, your young ones to.
Okay.
So what we do is we've hired a woman. You know, just recently some came for an interview. Before we hire you, you have to come for an interview. You go through health screening before we employ you, because you are going to cook, you are going to take care of the kids. So you have to make sure that health-wise you are okay. You have to make sure that health-wise you are okay. Right, so we take you through all these issues before we employ you. Then you are given a roster as to what you are supposed to cook for them in the morning, what you are supposed to cook for them in the afternoon, and what they are supposed to eat in the evening.
Okay.
You know, at least they should get a balanced diet. So we make sure we get someone who has knowledge of how to cater for children. It's not everybody that can cater for children.
Okay.
We have so many women around, but it's not all of them that can cater for children. So you should get someone who has the sympathy and the zeal to work. You get it. If you don't have the compassion for children and other stuff, then you cannot work with social welfare.
Okay, thank you. Yenya, one comment. Thank you that you are staying tuned with us. So I'll read a few of your comments. Ebo Cruncher, so watching you guys from United States of Efiekuma. Oh, I had it. Efiekuma, United States, ma. That's beautiful. We also have Kojo. Kojo say, good morning. I wish you all the workers of Ideas GHTV a happy Workers' Day. Happy Workers' Day to you too, Kojo. Keep the good work up. We are keeping it up. I say, have any friends who should see the... Okay. That is my own something. I say, is watching. Francis, it's you. Oh, thank you for watching. I said you are also watching. Please keep your comments coming in, okay? We want you to celebrate the workers out there. We want you to celebrate every worker, you know, especially our frontline workers. Yema wan ayuko, yada wana say that the pandemic himo wenja and you are working assiduously yenyim there. In the course of this pandemic, one will be you've been affected. But Nininas don't know what talk or do you are working very hard. Obi biara bia ijuma yefunyina ende yenyanda nti yakada ayuko to all of us. Congratulations to all of us. I'm sitting in for your regular host Amabudu Amoncho. Eyonya mi situ but mitne mama and their workers they say we are doing something different. Back to Mr. Tuahin.
Yes, dear.
Unfortunately, Eric BB, that people should be innovative. I mean, workers.
Yeah.
Please highlight on that.
Okay. So as I was saying, you know, we are not in normal times, and I always say that adversity introduces a man to himself. In the midst of this pandemic, this is the time for all of us to at least to have a fresh start. This is the time for all of us to think about something great that we can even do for ourselves within and even after this pandemic. Because there are so many people that even the jobs that they were having previously before this pandemic, in naturally, that's not even what they are supposed to do. There are so many people going to jobs that they are not happy about, but because they just want something to survive, that's the more reason why they are in. There are people with talents, people with gifts, who can make very good use of those gifts. But what are we seeing? Almost everybody wants to go in for a full-time employment, whereby you know that your salary is safe. You know that at least your salary is safe. At the end of every month, your salary will be in, so you don't have any problem. But we can even do more than what we are doing now. We can do more than what we are doing now. This is the time for us to read more in case we are to be in the house and those stuff. It's a great opportunity for us to read more. It's a great opportunity for us to think about to have new ideas and to act upon all those new ideas. This is the time, there are so many businesses that we can still do whilst even in the house. And even if not in the house, this pandemic has come to open our eyes that there are some jobs that we were doing that are not even permanent.
Okay. We have a question here on our Facebook page. The person is saying that are companies providing their workers with the appropriate PPEs, not the health sector, but we are looking at workers and Kasampo in our workplace. What's in here sanitizers, in here nose masks. Now, are the companies providing their workers with it?
I know.
Yeah, sure. You go first, then I'll.
Okay. Anyway, from my point of view as a CEO, most of the companies I've come across, I've seen most of them. I mean, their staffs having this nose masks here and there, and at least Ghana, I know, say we've done well because wherever you find yourself, mandatorily you need to wash your hands. All those Veronica buckets and those things can be found at most places. So I think like most companies are doing well. Most companies are doing, but you know, with everything, there will in one or two ways, there will be one or two people who will not adhere to these kind of measures. But I know most companies are doing well. Over at a 200 Automobile Consult like this, at least we have nose masks for our staffs, Veronica buckets with hand sanitizers as well, and at least with talking of the malls, being it Anaji, Choice Mart, ShopRite, all those places, at least, you know, they are putting in great measures. And when you go to banks too, or all what they are doing, I know most companies are adhering to this, and I know we can still do more.
Okay, so what I would say is, with the PPEs, most of the companies that I've come across have provided their workers with the PPEs. With the exception of the hand sanitizers that most of them are not providing them with, of which they tell them to go out there and get some for themselves. But for the Veronica buckets and other stuff, every point, at least every not necessarily 100 meters, at least every 50, 25 meters, there is a Veronica bucket that you have to wash your hand. I remember I went to a shop to buy something, and I didn't wash my hand, I just entered. Then the shop owner asked me to go back, wash my hand before I touch anything within the shop. And I was like, wow. So if I don't wash my hands, you wouldn't sell the thing to me. You know, that is a good thing to do. Because you don't know if I'm having a virus or not. So what if I'm having a virus and I touch this bottle of water? I leave, I don't buy it, I leave. Then some other person will also come. The person will wash their hands, okay, but immediately the person touches the bottle, then it means the person is at risk. You get it? So it's a good thing that all the marketplaces and the shops, the companies are all using the Veronica buckets as a yardstick for washing your hands.
But you made a point that the sanitizers now they don't provide it. They will sometimes ask you to go out and get it for yourself. Is it the right thing to do?
You know, for the sanitizer, some companies, some of the companies, you know, where employee will be at OEM1, right? And as we are not in the normal times, it's not possible that the income will be coming that much. But the little thing that you can do is, at this time you can buy it. But when we come to the normal times, then I'll add something a little to your salary to cater for those in your manner to you know.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. There are so many companies that are doing it.
No, but add something to
Let's
our salary.
let's look at some companies like okay, let me not mention any company.
Garina beans, fried rice.
Mama member company behind it, right? But okay, let's take Same as my company. If I'm to do that, and let's say I'm into marketing, so you go out there, you sell, then you bring the profit. Yes, then you bring the money to me. But because of the pandemic, things are not moving now, and so you cannot go out there and sell. Even if you have to sell, it wouldn't be like the normal days that you were selling.
Okay.
Right? So profits number, baby. You should know I'm paying you. Aside the distance, then I have some utility bills that I have to. That one is constant, no matter where the pandemic is going. Electricity bill will come in, water bill will come in. If you are renting the apartment, it will come in. All those things will come in. So if I'm to factor that in, it is possible I might not be able to provide you with some of the PPE, but I'll make sure I'll get you the necessary ones that you need, like the nose masks, the Veronica bucket to wash your hands. Make sure there is liquid soap around. Then make sure there is that tissue that at least when you are done, you can wipe your hands with it. You get it. So it's possible most of the company cannot get you all the PPEs, but you as a person, you should know that your life is at risk. And at least at the end of the day, you should be alive too, or for your family. And if you are to be alive for your family, what do? You also at least have to get yourself something that can help you. And if you get it for yourself, definitely you have to get it for your family. You get it. The company cannot provide for your family too. So if someone will be in power, you have to still buy some for your family. And why don't you buy it? You buy for your family. Then when things go back to normal, then we are making our normal sales. And at least I can add, okay, during the pandemic, you sacrificed yourself doing this and that. So what I can also do is, okay, I'll give you this amount of money. Even if I'm not to give you money, I can give you something that will help you in a way. You know, in most companies, at the end of the month, they give the workers some incentives. Not necessarily money, but at least they can buy you some bags of rice, oil, and other stuff just to take it to your family. You get it? So that is one of the motivations that at the end of the pandemic, the company can do for you. Then you are good to go.
Okay. Until say, so boss one talk sanitizer and other nose masks na dama wa. What's so able to my boy? This time there was a cash lockdown. Yeah, just lockdown. We even have cash lockdown. Until let's manage the situation now. Madam, there we are in the holiday. We are still celebrating workers in Ghana, and we are still on Nsemsem on IDSGH TV. But the miracle Bruno yet so there was a TV stations and National Media Commission, my mum born full National Media Commission today. Fetish priest na they are na warrior Nyankuma de another warrior one a you TV stations nibi don't know better than fitting that they will all be banned. No car some the information in your no car. But some my uncle commercial break here by more details.
Welcome to Kingsman Classic Shiswan in Ghana. Dwumadze do where I mpobwa. Mpobwa sort here desert, loafers, slippers na de. Say pemu works na da ebo Emmanuel into blanket Kingsman Classic Shiswan for Facebook and me product ya boom. A pemu location so I'm a Greek. Me no me 0247 40 39 80 with us made in Ghana from Kingsman Classic Shiswan.
Okay, a cover to IDSGH TV. My catch on 80% English, 20% Chi. And the one host that when you need to Bruno when you crop Natalia, well, I won't say miserable. It really defines where I'm coming from. But we are still discussing workers in Ghana, working force, what's the working condition, what is happening in this pandemic, how are workers surviving, how are the companies surviving, what's the new interventions, what innovative can we do, can we stay to the old things that we do, or we should change our way of doing things. And I'm here with Mr. Daze from ECMA, Social Welfare Officer, and then I'm also here with Mr. Etuahin. And Mr. Etuahin is a CEO on his own. I know you're a boss. But I also hear that he's into youth empowerment. Mr. Etuahin, how do you empower the youth?
Okay. This is one of the greatest things that I've always loved to do. And because I've come to realize that the youth, the future belongs to us. And if we are to pick ourselves up, I know a time may come, Ghana, and you know, there are so many youth out there, they just want someone to look up to, someone to just tell them, say, my brother is going to be well. Someone to just inspire them. But in our part of the world, what do we see? Hardly will you even get like someone who has been able to make it in life to come down to your level and tell them, my brother, just keep it up. Everything is going to be fine. As a result of this, I'm youth be brave or best start here great. But because he's not getting that motivation, that encouragement, they end up like just living those things without carrying on with it. But I think it's about time, day in, day out. You try, now you like the youth, you team realizes some potentials that we have. You know, as humans, we have unlimited potentials. And I tell you, whatever that you want to do, if you just focus on it, concentrate on it, you can do it and do it better. Within this pandemic, there are so many guys, they are talented, they have the skill, they have the passion for, let's say, like singing and BBC. But a kind of effort so best starting how to even go about it. But I'm here to tell you that whatever that you have in mind, you can, if you can't do it right, you can just do it anyhow. And gradually, you will know, say, in one way or the other, gradually, with consistency, you won't say, achieve it. In the worst case, you know, let's take that we are in lockdown. You have the skill, you have the passion for singing. Just in your room, you can just start some recordings. What shall them now? Like, you can just start some small recordings with your phone or record them home. Now we have that advantage. I always say this, the youth of today, we have great advantage than some years ago. Sure. Through all these social media handles, technology, because this time the rate at which our technology are advancing, very high. So just in your room, just start some singing. Just start, if you are a rapper, just start that. Gradually, just be sharing them. People may laugh at you though, but in one way or the other, there are people they've come to be stars. And yes, I idea no yen in Pokrano. Na a idea was shed die person you, but out of some mistake, and a man hate here. But there are people who have good skills, good talents. Will be a warder, who saw no deal no new beer. The Jumana or yen in Pokrano. Or like Omo Bimpo who saw a warder. We should be no butan, so yeah, Juma so my office, I say. But you know, these artisans, say, I tell you, office workers, I always say this, even at my car park, they be catching me guys, and they say, Obimpo Obe walking into the garage, so Obe Peka Atono. Say Nipa, say, say out of 100%, Omo Mobo tie. Working in a probability say almost betting me talk outright in Pokrano very low compared to artisans now obi obeba one shada sebe one shada share tire pepebino. They have the money, of course. But there are other people they think say working at the office and kwan and ma somebody. They think say being working at the bank, and the fact that somebody sees money at the bank doesn't mean that money belongs to that person. Yeah, you see, obi a taxi driver. Every day, so we a taxi driver, and I say even anya shrekra when you are 20 cedis a day, 20 cedis a day, calculate. aside that 20 cedis now you will chop money near there. You get all those things. Into when you put your savings, I bet me saving for best a month. Now month no one investors are 100 cedis now like 20 now was saving because savings didn't mean 1 year's car. If you want to be rich, savings can. But who save, you know? You save, then you invest. You save, then you invest. At the end of the day, who as a taxi driver, you know, before, if you have to give yourself 2 to 5 years, I will near bra one for who's can yes a and massam in some chill and I can see any idea. I tell you, boys there, before being through those things before, and you know the effects when you are in those kind of lives.
And you're saying yes, seminar.
We are always ready. We are always ready to assist, you know, because there are some. Imagine, say, oh, you're a taxi driver, oh, you're a Juma, aside where I chop money near the when you're skakakra, if you are when you're 20 cities, you can't the better hole, no abobo, no, na odia bibi, because you have to have, yeah, it's only vision, me say, by 2 years, 5 years, I should have like 2 or 3 taxis on my own. Now 20 cedis no obo no weekend so anu akọ boys and ma kwachele no ahye ni nyina na say abra wonim de ochina besi na say ochina no so ba na woni hwia obedi
ma ye adwuma abra na menya misika ma na ndisi
no there
oh Mr. Tia
see yen ka sa kire wo ho kom but you can eat well but who eat well no doesn't mean say we have what you call a part of what I earn is mine to keep. Everything, every job that you are doing, at least 10% of it should be yours. That should work for you. If you read The Richest Man in Babylon, it talks about how Aglad made his riches. And it was about keeping a part of what, because why a Juma, now at the end of the day, what make you be 100 cedis? Now 100 cedis, no one to me and you 10 cedis in power, or the better a better Juma mawa. Because in this world, if you want to be really successful, your money should work for you. It went to me and keep it 10 cedis. 10 cedis no. A bet me aye bibia a beya juma mawa. The bia obeya juma, but ye case a juma bian koswa the next day na a combedo.
It is true. That brings me to my question, Mr. Dazi. You realize, say, most of the work in Ghana is hand to mouth. As a way, people are also not thinking about saving body, and I'm not sure say a part of Crawford and as a workers a mindset. So do me this pandemic no people are complaining. As it's within a short moment, Ghana you experience here and share, but you can see people complaining. From where you sit, what can you tell us? People are complaining, and I mean, let's take a critical look at this. All social gathering has been banned. Ain't a photographer, videographer, caterer. You know, there are numerous of them. We can go on and on. All these people, no, their works are on a standstill now. I don't know. We will still go back to the issue of innovation. We still have to visit that thing because a lot of photographers, caterers, and so they are still home. Okay, how do these people save? How do they manage their life better? Because I know of someone, I spoke to the person was like, Charlie, this is scanner sound. Is scanner sound bad?
Yeah, sure. Let me touch a little on the empowerment, and I'll come to your question. With the empowerment, the youth now, our main this thing is the fear. Fear say, what if some years are year? That is it. Those things, as starting a business, those things will come. There's no way our case will be started at the year. You wouldn't have hitches. Definitely it will come. At times it will be your family members. They will be the ones pulling you back. Say, "Oh, now what are you You get it. Yeah. Your friends will tell you, say, now you what's the matter? I will type in what the matter. On your session or the matter. But you yourself, you believe in yourself. Say, no, this thing I can do it. Sure. So why don't you put all those things behind you, then try to achieve what you want to achieve? Let's assume, say. Yemfa Kofi Kenyatta as an example. Yeah. He started now rap shoes.
Shout out to Kofi, baby, will be takra de year god crope.
He started rap shoes. I believe say at the time na no corruption so na bi mpo hu mpo asrew no the na boy abede no ole no you get it but wa madam ade na ntwi na chi there chere adam re mbo menyade you don't know when where there will be somewhere out there abekere ade re o emefe nti I will try to build you on what you are doing. You get it? So we should put a fear behind us say na me na say moboka what will happen. Sure, definitely about moboka but if you form that doesn't mean say you should stay there. You should get up and move on. You get it? Then back to question as to saving. You know, we the Ghanaians and we have a problem with saving. Yeah, we Ghanaians we have problem.
No, if you have any problem about the name.
Oh, if I'm to give a percentage, the greater percent will be having problem with saving.
Yeah. TV, you do not generalize them.
If the greater percent is having a problem with saving, then I can generalize it, right? Yeah. So what I was saying is, pay the companies that we are working with. It's not possible the company will give us the riches that we are looking for. And we should tune our mind to the extent that if I'm working under a company, what I'm doing is I'm working for some time, and at a particular point in time, I should get my own thing that I'm doing. But we the Ghanaians, if I'm working under a company, I'm okay. Until I go on retirement, I'm okay. But that shouldn't be the case. If you are to live on the 2,000, 3,000 that you are earning a month, you cannot achieve what you want to achieve in the near future. If you really want to be like the Kennedy, Japan, and Dangote, no, the 2,000 and 3,000 cannot make you reach that goal. So at least if you are getting the 2,000, 3,000, what you do is you spend some of the money, you put some of the money elsewhere. Because life, there are unforeseen circumstances. What if you growing up, then you are being hit by some sickness? What happens then? Then it means you don't have anything there. You've squandered all the money that you were having. So you have to start from zero, of which it shouldn't be the case, right? So you put some money elsewhere whilst you decide that this money, I'm not touching it. Maybe in the next 5 years, 10 years, I'll use this money for this thing, right? So if you plan 5 years, then you make sure, say 5 years in this one, may use the miske for the madi. Into age the miske require the madi. Now you don't take it to do a different thing. You get it? Until early save those money for them projects, you know. Then you plan. Then okay, I don't mean any day obey. Send me any day. It's possible that the madi be see. If the madi see, Messi then my maneuver me way throughout. Na mas meet my achieve I don't know. So you plan all those years now till ebinya the misika the amount you are looking for. Then you start from there. And one thing, you shouldn't necessarily look at getting a huge amount of money before you start a business.
Okay.
That is one thing we the Ghanaians we are having problem with. You cannot accumulate a huge capital before you start a business with. Let's assume that I want to open this studio. I shouldn't look at getting, let's say, 10,000 to 20,000 before I can set up the studio. If I get 1,000 cedis and I can afford a computer, I buy it and put it there. If I get 500 and I can afford a camera, I buy it and put it there. Then you set a target for yourself that in the next 2 years, next 3 years, I should get my studio done.
Okay.
And hopefully, with the help of God, by the next 2 years, 3 years, you realize that I have the camera, I have the computer, I have everything intact. So where did I get the money from? You get it? So if you are looking forward to get someone from somewhere to give you that huge amount of money to start a business, then, my brother, you cannot go anywhere. You'll still be at where you are till God will come. So for the habit of saving, that should be our daily thing that we do. If it's coins, just put the coins elsewhere. I know some of us don't normally get the papers, like the 5 CD, 10 CD, 20 CDs. Most of us don't get it. What of those selling the ice water and the other stuff? So you put the coins elsewhere. By the time you realize the coins will be like 200 Ghana cedis, 300 Ghana cedis. Then you change it into papers, then you put it somewhere. Then you start with your coins again. So by the time you realize those coins that you were saving will be amounting to about 3,000, 4,000. But let's assume that in your coins now, I say, coins here, my main phone to BB, maybe another to BB, then in the next 2 years, you see, say, you are still where you are. You've not achieved anything. Right? So for the savings there is the best thing that we the Ghanaians should start doing, and the youth of nowadays you shall start doing. For your parents and other stuff and the money, for even for them they are still saving. Until you being a youth, and I don't think you don't save. You have to save, and if you really want to be what you want to be in the future, then you really have to save.
Are you called to all our gallant workers? What on yen ejanum nada warrior farming. Them workers they on ya for 1 hour but I na don't put you. Or you for obi biara ye juma a jume biara ye jume bia. So far as oye adza, it has been approved in the laws of this country. No on ye illegal need day. You are a worker. In the obiara and celebrate. It's for everyone. And yet, I repeat myself. You wanna wash the tie, what's in air condition, what's in the offices, it's for everyone. Into let me say, are you called to all of us? Information ministers, maybe the watcher on the Twitter handle there. Are you called to all workers, especially our frontline workers? Frontline workers, Nyamisha one papa in this pandemic. Mr. Ryan, how do we celebrate our workers in this time?
Oh, like say Brian Womedia mostly. Man say work be like from the president to messenger at Ejumem no obia play a major role. Nti at least yeah there will be say and yami insunshira will be based on our little collective efforts obia then putting in place because Ejuma any other car is your car without the battery you can't start it. And even without the battery terminus in Pokran, it still won't work. So directly or indirectly, we know we all need somebody. We all need somebody. You know, especially our frontline health workers, and even aside the frontline health workers, there are other like media people. Ubia in his or her small way, drivers are most of far workers, and then so Juma day in and day out. Because I say even drivers in Pokra life from Pokra are at risk. Even more than some of the nurses that we are talking about, because day in day they are conveying people. You don't know the status of the person who is even getting on board your taxi or your church. It's I say like Obiaya and I know say pandemic here by so na magana your workers ni nyina no Obiaya nya adwen foforo ewo niema bebre ho. In the sense that there were time we only thought say we can only import it from outside. But this pandemic has brought a new mindset and kind of innovation that we've come to realize no, there are so many things that we can do on our own. And I love it so much. I love it so much because if we are able to like patronize our made in Ghana goods and do things locally, our money, we wouldn't be changing dollars day in and day out abroad, but at least it's kind of circulating within our system. Look at the number of people buying nose masks. You know, just what we are in now. That's why I'm just using nose masks. Look at the number of people buying nose masks. So imagine the government was importing all these things from abroad. Look at the number of dollars that will be going out. At least indirectly, say Opama there and our nose marks been a matobia. Say be maton to see this cry. Say also where ye a yikakra, a juma. It's in our own way, obia yade. And I know say we can do it and do it better. This is the time and also to our like leaders and then penny for no contract near the baby some years ago we were only awarding it to foreign contractors and important staffs. Look at Nsemsem Dwumadze for parliament. We have carpenters in Ghana. Near the Chinese company.
I think so. You discuss that someday. Mr. Daz, your final words.
For companies appreciating the work of their staffs, there are so many ways we can do that. Right, not necessarily giving them any money or anything physical. At times, your words can motivate them. In as much the person is earning money at the end of the month, sometimes what you tell the person motivates the person. It makes the person, many people they belong to that company, and the company so he tries as much as possible to work. I will push the company forward. Right, so that is one way the companies can motivate their staffs, right? And what I will say is equal to all the staffs out there or all the workers out there. No, Mary, Yanama, Memo, what they are all workers. Because if say you'll be a construction site, and that's a juma, and say you'll be on Facebook and Bama and twins, you cannot work. You get it. So we say are equal to all those traders out there. The Wabo Modern will push Mother Ghana forward. And I know the president will do the best. And send us winner are equal, then they will try as much as possible there. We'll be supporting the nation in the economic growth.
Okay. It's and the Nsemsem on Ideas GHTV no. You're na your bro, but sana you're both sorry don't know. Do you have anyone up there or man are you cool? Your workers.
Oh, are you cool? I Ghana my phone and Mr. Isaac Ferdinand Dansan, Alfred Duke Aidan, Vincent, Nana Sifua, Manaf, like I have several workers and those also at MK3 and other yeah, that will be us, all the staff of Ideas TV, day in, day out, Moma, and Nipansunya, like a Nyoma, and I love the name Ideas a lot because Ideas is what makes everything. So thank you.
Okay, Mr. Dazi.
Yeah, first of all, I'll thank God Almighty for the opportunity given to us, right? And the next person, I remember, I'll give the teachers Aiku. Because me growing up, the teachers really contributed to my growing up, right? So remember teachers in Aiku. Then I saw for a man named I mean the real ones, So Mama Wayna Aiku, because our system is being flooded with a whole lot of fake pastors. So I saw for Papa Panama on Aiku, the ones who were born. Dwumadze na where I support the Mother Ghana. And then our mama staffs of social welfare ECMA. So Aiku, the Warbo Dwumadze, the Obama municipal and Juma. I know they are really working. Social welfare is really working. They are trying their best. So that will be awful.
Okay, I saw your Ideas GHTV. Your bama and some trough for Ghana in Nara. Ayiko, especially I know your Western region. I am Danapa. Yadin some more record Western region. Yadima yen etefuna yen ashefo. Yabema heads of all security in the region. Ayiko, without you we be in mayhem. Yabema all institutions. Yina Ayiko, teachers, schools, everyone. Yamon Ayiko. Yambren Ayabr, Ami and the Mizi, and some Hochiami were from in Athalia Kwanza. Mitina Mama, one regular host, Ama Bodua Moncho. Ama Baba Monday, Monday, you bay 90% fancy. But I want to Suda washing Yamishra Yena. Stay safe, stay home, use your masks, use your hand sanitizers, and let's all come out of this pandemic great people.
Welcome.